Hey, loves. I got a message from a Scorpio parent. She is parenting a 6-year-old Aquarius boy. And she was wondering if we could tell her why does her son rebel against everything. Now, some of this I think is just normal kid behavior, but she's telling me that she has another child. And she said that the other child, who is a Virgo, does not do this, did not do this. This child is older. So this one, the Aquarius is 5 going on 6. The Virgo, she said, was 9 going on 10. And she said that the Virgo never did a lot of these rebellious behaviors. And she wants me to tell her, us to tell her, why is her Aquarius son so rebellious? Okay. And as soon as she said it, I was like, fight the power. I don't want to get the little kid in trouble, but I'm just like, man, fight the power. That's how I always feel. So we're going to talk about this woman's sweet little son and reasons why Aquarius rebel against everything. Okay, my name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for the wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to everybody that you know. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And if you want to get a reading done, please hit me up on my social media or my email. All of my information is underneath this video. My readings are going up in rate. I charge $70 for a general reading, and in January, the 1st of January, they're going up from $70 to $100. So if you want to get a really good price, because $70 is a really low price, if you want to get a really good price, I suggest you email me and hit me up before January 1st. All right, so let's check this out about our little Aquarius. So basically, I gave you the gist of it. It was a very short letter. She said that he rebels against everything. She said no matter what her or her husband asked the little Aquarius to do or say to the little Aquarius, he is always contrary. And I'm not going to say that all Aquarius are like this, but it's common for an Aquarius to be a rebel. It's common for us to bring the revolution. Aquarius, a lot of us have problems with authority. And it's not just any authority. If it's decent authority, like if you're a kind, benevolent, nurturing person, and this has nothing to do with your family. This is like your bosses or people, their teachers, people like that. If you're one of those kind of people, you're not going to have problems out of an Aquarius. None of my teachers that I was close to had a problem out of me. It was the ones who were either a personality clash or they weren't really a good teacher. They weren't really a good leader. It was them that really had a problem out of me. So I'm not going to say the Scorpio mom is doing something wrong as far as being a mom, but I would look at how I'm relating to the young man. Because if the mom and the dad are both getting this rebellious behavior, it could be some tweaking in parenting that needs to be done that could be helpful. So that's what I would be looking at. I would be looking at, like, is there some tweaking I can do here? Maybe your discipline style doesn't work for the Aquarius, and maybe you could switch it up and try something else. So my point is that Aquarius are known for being rebellious, and we rebel against everything. For example, if I'm about to do something and then you tell me to do it, I suddenly don't want to do it. And I was about to do it. You done fucked up. That is one thing I could not stand. I remember being a kid and my mother would say to me, you have until 8 o'clock to wash the dishes. Okay. So every 15 minutes she would remind me that I had to wash the dishes. Now you done told me already I have until 8 o'clock. Why do you feel the need to keep reminding me every 15 minutes about the dishes? It's 3:30. Okay? It's 3:30. You told me to wash them by 8 so I can be in bed by 9. And every 15 minutes you keep reminding me. Every time you remind me, I'm just about to go do the dishes. But because you won't leave me the hell alone, it makes me sit right back down. And this is very common for a lot of Aquarius. Not all of us, but a lot of us talk about this in the comment section. How we can't stand when we get ready to do something and somebody tells us, oh, can you go do this? Didn't I tell you to do this? Also, it's tone. Didn't I tell you to do XYZ? Is a very different tone to, do you remember us discussing you doing XYZ? Oh, okay. So when did you plan to do it? Very different tone, very different response. So what I'm going to say is that the rebellious behavior, saying no, because I mean, at 2, kids say no constantly. Remember 2 and 3? Oh my God. But by 5 going on 6, if he's still constantly rebelling, that's not just the terrible twos anymore. That's not just that. That is going into that Aquarius rebellion nature. That nature of you, I'm independent, don't tell me what to do. That's that energy. So for an Aquarius child, I would give them as much independence as is safe. So if you're 5 or 6 years old, maybe you can tell me certain things. Like, for example, if you're 5 or 6, and let's say you have a chore that has to be done every day, I might be willing to let you decide when during the day you'll do your chore, and then not say anything until if it's not done, then yeah. But if you do it, I'm not going to say anything. So maybe your chore is to sweep the living room every night before bed. It has to be done before you go to bed. And I may say to you, okay, so put on the chalkboard on the refrigerator what time you want to do it today. And this time can change. It got to be the same time. And I might ask that question once a day. Okay, you're home from school. What time do you want to sweep the floor? Oh, I'm going to do it after dinner. I'll do it at 6. Oh, I got a project to do today. I'm going to do it at 7:30. That's giving them freedom. They still have to do the chore, but they get the freedom to decide when. I would give an Aquarius as many options, as much freedom as I possibly can. And like I said, it has to be safe, because some of these parents is giving these kids too much freedom. I'm sorry. I was watching something on television. I think it was like a news program, and they were talking about free range parenting, they called it. And another one was called gentle parenting. And both of these people on this news program were letting their kids walk by themselves to the playground. They were just doing stuff I thought was a little bit much. I'm not letting a 5-year-old walk themselves 6 blocks to the playground. Unsupervised. Do you not heard of kidnappers? Okay. So some things, I feel like, yeah. Or like, for instance, a friend of mine gives her Aquarius kid is a girl, and she gives her a certain amount of screen time, right? But the daughter gets to pick the screen time. So you can have screen time, you can have an hour, and you get to pick when that hour is. You see, it's still the same thing. The parent is still the one making the rules, but they're allowing the Aquarius some freedom. Now, this freedom might be unnecessary with a Virgo. It might be, they might need something else, This whole thing might be unnecessary. But if you find out that your Aquarius child is constantly rebelling, consider how much freedom can they responsibly have, And maybe that will help them not to rebel so much. Some of this, I feel like, is natural. I feel like Aquarius is going to rebel. It's in our nature. But I feel like the more you are that parent that allows some freedom, the less rebellion you're going to get. Most of the time, we're rebelling against injustice, or what we perceive as injustice. Your 5-year-old might see it as injustice that they got to eat their vegetables. That might be injustice to your 5-year-old Aquarius. However, you got to eat your vegetables, but you can pick which ones you want. You see? So, all right, I'm making vegetables tonight. Yes, you have to eat them. Which one would you like? We have green beans. We have this lima beans. We have salad. Whatever you consider to be a vegetable. I don't know. Broccoli. And say to them, okay, so yes, we have to have vegetables, but you get to pick which one you want tonight. Again, you're still the parent. I think that's the most important part. Be a parent, be the guidance, be the discipline, be the adult in the room. But you can give them some options, So that's just my, I'm not an expert on children or anything like that, but just knowing an Aquarius, that's it. I'm just giving you that suggestion. And you see if it works, and if it doesn't work for you, you tweak it, But either way, I would expect my Aquarius baby to have some rebellion in them. It's in our heart. It's in our blood, It's in us. Bobby Seale and Huey P. Newton started the Black Panthers. Huey is Aquarius. He's dead now, but he was an Aquarius. And Bobby Seale is, I think, still alive in a Libra. So whenever I think about rebellion, I think about the Black Panthers. I mean, they were, when you talk about rebellion, you know, if you don't know who they are, read up on them. I mean, they were rebelling and they were doing it for a cause. You know, that's the best kind of rebellion to me. Rebelling for a cause. I can't stand an old rebellion for the sake of rebellion person. And some Aquarius are like that. You know, it's just for the sake of it. Don't tell me what to do is the basic energy. So yeah, they're like the epitome of rebellion. So I often think about that when I think about the Aquarius. I'm like, wow, and Aquarius started one of the most amazing rebellious parties during the civil rights movement. So I'm just always like, wow. All right, so let's get into our positive comments. The first positive comment came from Anomaly74. And the fact narcs are serial codependents, big ick to Aquarius. Narcs are serial codependents. The person that they're with is their supply. Their lover or who they live with, even their children sometimes, that's their supply. They feed off of these people. And when one person gets tired of them feeding off of them, then they move on to the next person. So yeah, serial codependent is really an ick. And it is also something that a lot of covert narcs will do. There's a lot of information underneath this video about covert narcissism. Some free resources. I think it's maybe a link to a book on Amazon. It's different things underneath here. So if you're dealing with covert narcissists or narcissists in general, check out the resources underneath this video. Crazy Car Vids secondary account. Okay. Says, as a Cancer, I just got to be real with myself. I am indeed psychotic. I've tried to seek help for it, but no one understands my mind. So I'm looking into shadow work and spirituality instead. Yes, I know. I'm working on it. You know something, Cancer? Real talk. The fact that you are aware, the fact that you are honest about it, and the fact that you are working on it are admirable. Okay? So I'm not going to give you no shit. I'm not going to give you no shit. I'm going to give you respect because of the fact that you have those three things going on. And when I knew I was problematic, I went to therapy. So it is a definite great start. And also, you mentioned spirituality. So the things I was doing in therapy were mirroring the things I was doing in spirituality. So I highly encourage you, you know, and your self-awareness is really awesome. I'm going to tell you, it's really awesome because without that self-awareness, you'll never fix any of those problems. So my hat goes off to you. I applaud you, and I hope that everything works out. I hope that one day you look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm not psychotic anymore. You know, that's what's up. That's awesome. So guys, you come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.